What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so look, this is something that I was always wondering, but I just never took the time to do the actual proper research to find out for myself. And I was inspired by the recent butt kicking that um, the Warriors just took, losing what was it, 125-85 at the hands of the Boston Celtics. And I noticed just over the years, and I thought about Steve Kerr, who supposedly is one of these top 15 all-time coaches, which he doesn't belong, in my opinion. He doesn't. I don't see him as a top 15 all-time coach. Okay, I know he's won 4 NBA championships, but to me, he's the beneficiary. He's the beneficiary of a team that largely Mark Jackson put together. Okay. If anything, I think what's his name? John. Matter of fact, is John Cundler? I think they took him off the list. John Cundler, who is the coach of the Minneapolis Lakers, lived to be 101 years old. I think if anything, he deserves to be in the top 15 list. He won 5 titles with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Steve Kerr, I just never seen him as this guy who is this great coach. But anyway, let me get to the point. I wanted to see how many times in his career that his Warriors team under his regime have lost by at least 20 points. So I did the numbers, crunched the numbers in. Under the Steve Kerr regime, which goes back to 2014, the Warriors have lost by at least 20 points, including the playoffs, 65 times. 65 times. So that is going toward about 10 years. So that means that on average, about 6 or 7 times each season, the Warriors get the hell beat out of them. I'm not including double-digit losses. I mean blowouts. Games not even close. Not even close. And this season's not over yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if that tally winds up being 70 or more after the season. And I'm pretty sure for a so-called great coach, that's way up there. That's way up there. Almost 70 times your team done lost by 20 or more points. And there was a lot of super ridiculous blowouts up there too. And it makes sense because Steve Kerr oftentimes, when he's not in an advantageous situation where he just has more talent on his roster than the other team, they get destroyed. When the playing field is leveled, Steve Kerr's deficiencies as a coach become exposed. And whenever he's in a playoff battle, in a series competition, more likely than not, he's going to be outcoached. And more likely than not, that part of the equation is oftentimes why the Warriors will lose. And that doesn't get talked about enough. So I know the people who are detractors are going to say, yeah, you're saying all this, but he got 4 NBA championships. So who cares how many times he got blown out? Well, I would accept that, me personally, more if y'all guys kept the same energy, because you give Steve Kerr credit for victories that you don't give Doc Rivers. Yeah. See, when Doc Rivers teams lose, a lot of you all blame Doc Rivers. But when the team wins, you say it's Kevin Garnett. You say it's Paul Pierce. You say it's Ray Allen. You'll say it's Rajon Rondo. You'll say it's Kawhi Leonard. You'll say whatever. You know what I'm saying? You'll say it's the players, Giannis, that have won those games. But when they lose, it's Doc Rivers. But see, Steve Kerr gets credit for victories that really should be going more so to Stephen Curry, or when he was there, Kevin Durant, or Klay Thompson. At least that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, more evidence that it's more the system, or really I should say the players and the system. That should be you know what I'm saying, the biggest gift to Steve Kerr. Remember when Steve Kerr was out after the back surgery, recovering, Luke Walton, who was never anything special as a head coach, went 39-4 with the Warriors. 39-4 with the Warriors. So, you know what I'm saying? That should tell you right then and there that this guy just benefited from being in a special situation. That's it. I mean, this happens a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? I remember, 2018, 19, I think it was? No, 2017, 18, excuse me. Dwayne Casey was coach of the year. The Raptors won 59 games, I think it was that year. And for the first time, I believe in the second time, I should say, in NBA history, a reigning head coach of the year gets fired. I think Mike Brown got fired after being coach of the year in 2010. You know what I'm saying? The Raptors fire their coach, make the trade for Kawhi Leonard, bring in Nick Nurse, and then we saw what happened. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, Nick Nurse is a genius because he won a championship. But, with the Sixers being an absolute joke, a disgrace, now all of a sudden he don't get the same smoke. It's just like it's a pattern I just noticed where certain coaches get blamed, sometimes rightfully so, sometimes overkill for when their teams fail. But then other coaches, for some reason, they don't get blamed. And you know what I'm saying? It takes extreme situations for them to be on the hot seat. I just noticed that. Like, they don't get the same, certain other coaches don't get the same benefit of doubt for some reason. Certain other coaches, it's always these excuses for why they're failing. I don't know. I just noticed it, I can't quite put everything together. I got some suspicions as to what's playing a part in this, but anyway, I got love for Steve Kerr too. You know what I'm saying? Steve Kerr won championships, 3 championships with the Chicago Bulls, and 2 with the San Antonio Spurs. But he ain't no legend. You're not a legend when you play alongside Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, and Tim Duncan. Nah, you're not a legend when you do that. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.